Willie D. Live.
So, you got to have something, that drives you, that says, I'm going to correct this. This is an injustice. That's what Dr. King instilled in me. I'm a student of Dr. King, not in the sense that he taught me directly, but in the sense that I've read his writings, and it has shaped me and influenced me. So that too is a part of why I do what I do. As it relates to Dr. King, I just want to share this one thing that separated him from all of his contemporaries. Here's what separated him. There were other intellectuals of his time. He was an intellectual, but there were others. There were other orators of his time, but he was a great orator. But the thing that separated him was courage. He had the courage to act on the knowledge that he possessed. Others had the knowledge, but they didn't have the courage to stand up. And I concluded in life that sometimes it's better to stand alone than not stand at all. On some issues, it is just better to stand alone than to have your record reflect that you never took a stand. Yeah. So we stand.
So Dr. King taught you indirectly. Who taught you directly?
Probably, a number of influences. I can give you another example of something that inspired me. I was at work with my father one day, and this is when I was a young child, and they were calling my father secretary, and I'd never heard him called secretary before. So I made an inquiry, why are they calling you secretary? And he said, he was very truthful. He said, they know that I can't read and I can't write. And they're making fun of me. Every boy wants to believe his father's Superman. So I said, why would you let them do that? He said, because I want you to be able to read and write. And I remember these things. And they do inspire me to not let another secretary exist. I have that ability. But because of that secretary, I can stand in the well of the Congress and read an article of impeachment against the President of the United States of America. Thank God for the secretaries.
And your father, is he still alive?
No, he's not.
How old were you when he died?
I was a young man. Well, young because I've celebrated my 25th birthday 3 times now, and I'm 2 years into my 25th. But I was a young man then in my late 30s.
Yeah. And what type of I'm sure it had a profound effect on you, but when your pops passed, I'm sure, who gave you so much information and instructions to navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. How what did you take from his life and those life lessons, and to improve your own and make good choices for yourself and your family?
Well, one lesson is some of the people that we call Uncle Toms made it possible for us to have opportunities. My father would have probably been called Uncle Tom because he suffered these things. They told him to do something, he did it. But he did it for me. He wasn't doing it for them. He did it for me. So I learned that you have to be careful how you label people. You do. But also, he was a hard worker. He was one of those guys that came home and, his hands were greasy. And you could see the evidence of his having been to work, sweaty. And his great dream for me was not only be able to read and write, but he would always say, I want you to get a job where you don't have to work outside and you don't have to pick up anything heavy. I mean, that was his criteria because of his experience.
So he died when you were 25, so he didn't get to see.
No, he did not get to see Congressman Al Green.
Al Green,
or Judge Al Green.
Judge,
No, he didn't get to see any of that.
Yeah.